Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liza and I'm crazy about perfumes. In today's video, I'm going to talk about French perfumes in my collection. I was having a look at my collection and I think that is one of the countries that quite a number of my perfumes are from. For the purposes of this video, the country of the perfume is based on the home country of the brand. I do think that France is a country with lots of culture. They've produced lots of beautiful things, and a lot of the luxury houses that I enjoy are French. Before we get started on the perfumes, I just wanted to mention my nail color today. It's from OPI. And I actually got my nails done at a nail salon yesterday. So this manicure is about a day old. And I must say, I found the experience a little bit overwhelming because I've never had my nails done in a salon before. And there seemed to be too many things to think about. Although looking back now, it really wasn't that many things to think about. It was just pick a color and pick a shape and wait for things to dry. So unfortunately, I was too caught up in it that I didn't check what this color actually is called, but it is from OPI and I'm kind of enjoying it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Barbie pink. Not sure if I'll get it done again because I found the filing, it sort of set my teeth on edge, especially for the thumbs. So, but it was fun. It was fun having someone else do my nails for me. The first perfume I want to talk about is A La Rose by Maison Kurkdjian, MFK. MFK was founded in 2009 by Francis Kurkdjian and is currently majority owned by LVMH. And MFK is the first of the niche brands that I got to know, but this is also the first fragrance that I purchased from the range. There was another fragrance I really loved, a pomme, which I think stands for a piece of me, but at the time I really wasn't able to consider spending so much money on a fragrance. Like, these are around $300. So that one got discontinued before I had the chance to purchase it, so I'm quite sad about that. And if anyone is listening from MFK, from LVMH, please consider reissuing that one. I purchased A La Rose online from Mecca. It's a little hard to get in store. The store that I was in here in Brisbane said they're only given 2 units at any given time, so it can be a bit of a lottery being able to purchase it in store, and I didn't have the patience. At the time, I thought this would be my trip perfume for my trip to Malaysia, but it didn't end up being the case. Also really love the MFK, what I would call the smaller bottles. They do have a taller size. It's really a lovely weight, and it's got the logo in the glass at the back. You can see the rose at the back of the label, gold top, logo on the top. Stunning bottle. This is the 70ml Eau de Parfum. This one has 2 types of roses in it, the Rose Damascena and the Rose Centifolia. That's it with its top off. Let's give it a spray. So I would describe this as a musky rose. It's very elegant to me. It's got some citrus in there as well. And this one reminds me of a rose themed high tea. So very classy, very elegant. It has quite a strong sillage, which is why I didn't end up bringing it with me to Malaysia. I thought it would be a bit too much for the tropical weather, but it really is a lovely fragrance. And I'm really happy I managed to get my hands on it. Next we have Tresor by Lancôme. Lancôme is a perfume and cosmetics house launched in 1935. It's currently owned by L'Oreal. Tresor was a nostalgia repurchase for me this year. It is another big love of mine. My mother used to wear it, and when I first sprayed from this bottle, it immediately brought me back to this high street in London. So that's really incredible, the power of memory associated with scent, with fragrance. And I don't know whether I actually wore this in London. I don't remember, but somehow the fragrance, the smell of this brings me back to a particular place in that city. Tresor is a 1990 release, and I have described this fragrance as golden in previous videos, and I think that's due to either the peach or the apricot notes. That's it with its top off. Very unique shape of bottle in perfumes. Let's give it a spray. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Simply incredible. Yes, this is a big love of mine. And for me, remarkable that it smells exactly the same as I remember all those years ago. I purchased this from Meyer in store, and I think it was definitely under $200. This is the 30 ml Eau de Parfum, and I've mentioned in previous videos that I always get a bit nervous if I see that they've reduced production or there's less availability of sizes, and at the time this was the only size available. I always feel like that's a sign that production is slowing down for a fragrance. Next we have Blue Orchid from the Fleurs line from Lanvin. This is a 50 ml eau de toilette. I purchased it at Changi Airport in my transit during my last trip. Lanvin is the oldest French brand still operating. It was founded in 1889 in Paris by Jean Lanvin, and currently it is owned by Fosson. On the top of the cap, you can see that iconic mother and child. I don't know if that's clear on this camera. The mother and child logo there. When I travel, I do like to purchase perfumes which I can't get here in Brisbane. In particular, I like to purchase perfumes that are local to the places I'm visiting. In this case, I don't see Lanvin here in Brisbane, so when I saw this at Changi, I thought an opportunity to purchase something from this brand. There are 3 in the Fleurs line. The other 2 are Magnolia and Water Lily. I did try both, and Blue Orchid is the one that I enjoyed the most. I think I was going through a fruity floral phase at that time. Sit with its top off. I like the lines of the bottle, kind of sleek, beautiful color. The cap is a little, like it doesn't, like I find it a little loose. So like it doesn't stay firm on the bottle, so I'm not too keen on that. Let's give it a spray. Yes, really fresh. Lovely fragrance. This is considered a citrus woody floral fragrance with notes of lemon, apple, and blue orchid. I have been wearing it in the cooler weather, but I can see myself also wearing it in the warmer weather, but not when it's too warm. Maybe in the high 20s, high 20 degrees Celsius. It would be fine to wear this one, and I'm really enjoying it. And next we have Miracle by Lancôme. This is another nostalgia repurchase. And another one which smells exactly the same as I remember it from all those years ago. This is a 50 ml Eau de Parfum, and I purchased it in store from Meyer. This one is described as a floral fragrance. It has notes of lychee, freesia, pepper. I actually would consider this a little bit of a spicy floral. I'm guessing because of those notes of pepper and ginger. And I think that lends it a little bit of a masculine vibe as well. That's it with its top off. Quite fond of the sleek lines. It's actually quite a simple bottle, isn't it, this one? So let's give it a spray. Yes, definitely a fresh one. And because of its longevity, I'm actually enjoying wearing it in the colder weather. So it's been a bit of a staple since I purchased it. And I think it also would be fine to wear in the warmer months. I'm actually thinking this might be the perfume that I bring with me on my next trip to Malaysia. Next we have Paris Venice by Chanel. Chanel is a really famous French fashion house, and they've also produced makeup, skincare, and fragrances. This is one of the Les Eaux range, which is inspired by Coco Chanel's travels. Chanel was founded in 1910 and is currently owned by the Wertheimer family. The Les Eaux range was launched in 2018, and so was this one, Paris Venice. I really enjoy the bottle. It's got very sleek lines and the two C's on the top of the cap, as well as Chanel. You can see there on the bottom of the glass. This is the 125 ml Eau de Toilette spray. I've had it for quite a while. It was a birthday present to myself one year, and I haven't gotten through too much of it. So you can probably tell that it's not really my favorite. There's a note in here that makes me feel sad. On the Chanel website, it's described as an ambery vanilla fragrance with a tonka accord. I'm guessing it might be the tonka, which makes me feel a bit sad because I feel like I have tried and I do have an ambery vanilla fragrance, and it doesn't cause me to react in the same way. That's it with its top off, and let's give it a spray. So it opens up quite lovely. I think this is why I ended up choosing Paris Venice out of all the fragrances that was in the Chanel Beauty Boutique here in Brisbane. But it very quickly presents an undertone of sadness. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of warm, but sad. Yeah. So might take me a while to get through it. And I do wear it in the summer months, but it isn't one that I reach for right away. I don't think of it right away when I'm looking for something to wear. I am keen to try more of the Les Eaux range. I did go to the store, the Chanel Beauty Boutique, one time, and I tried Paris and Paris Edinburgh, and I think Paris Edinburgh is actually quite interesting. It's very spicy, herby, fresh, and I can see that there could be room in my collection for a fragrance like that. And the last French perfume in my collection is Lancôme's Idole Nectar. This is the 50 ml Eau de Parfum, and this is a neo-gourmand with notes of caramel, popcorn, and rose. There's also a boozy bourbon note in here. So this is the first gourmand fragrance that I tried, and I just couldn't stop sniffing myself. So it was definitely a fragrance I had to purchase, which I did the next day. From Meyer, I went in store to make the purchase. Really interesting fragrance for me. Interesting because it's a departure from my usual floral citrus fragrances that I love, and I really enjoy this one. It's got such longevity as well. Not the hugest fan of the slimness of the bottle. Makes me feel a little, I can feel a little bit of my stomach dropping away when I see how slim it is, but love the color. And I love that this bottle can stand up. Apparently the earlier versions, the bottle couldn't stand. That's it with its top off. Let's give it a spray. Ooh, it matches my nail polish. Cool. Oh my goodness. Yes, so that's, wow. Wow, it's so sweet. But it's like a round sweet. A very warm sweet. It's probably weighed down by that boozy bourbon. And the rose is jammy. This one, very much a gourmand fragrance. Gourmand floral. Spectacular. I'm really pleased with this one. Really enjoy wearing it while it's been a little cooler in Brisbane, although today it's high 20s, which is really bizarre for winter in Brisbane, and I'm really not enjoying it. I really want to have a proper cold winter, but maybe this is what it's going to be like with climate change and global warming. So yes, a fragrance which has pleasantly surprised me and is, I think, the only gourmand, or one of 2 or 3 gourmands that I can say I really love. And there they are all together, looking so lovely. I do like these bottles. Gorgeous design, classic sort of shapes. What about you? Do you have any French fragrances in your collection? Do you have a favorite French fragrance or French brand? I'd love to hear in the comments. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!